Welcome back, Voyagers. You've tuned in to another enchanting episode of Sleepy Voyagers. I'm your host, Arthur, inviting you to surrender to the slow rhythms of the night, to delight on a journey crafted just for you, designed to lull you into peaceful slumber, all while guiding you subtly, gently towards a recognition of self-improvement. Now, you may find yourself asking, what is self-improvement? Well, to embark upon a voyage of self-improvement is to journey inward. It's a commitment to becoming a better version of ourselves. Self-improvement isn't about drastic change overnight. It's about small steps leading to a larger journey. It's about recognizing areas within ourselves that may need a touch of refinement or a bit of light and love. It's about growth, patience, and evolving. Just as flowers bloom, so too do we unfurl and flourish. Each episode of our comfort carriage ride is delicately entwined with a rich story, its threads woven to embody a fundamental lesson of life. Before we tuck you in tonight, Voyagers of the night sky, we have a small but crucial request. As your eyelids grow heavy and the soothing tones of Sleepy Voyagers guide you to the realm of dreams, remember the peace, serenity, and comfort that we bring to you every night, just as a lighthouse guides lost ships in the darkness. Your reviews help other restless dreamers find their way to us. By leaving a review and sharing your thoughts on your experience, you are reaching out to other insomniacs lost in the night, guiding them towards restful sleep. Take a moment before you drift away to click on the Leave a Review button on your podcast app. Help us extend our galaxy of tranquility to all those who seek the solace of sound sleep. And once you've done that, feel free to slip back under the covers of our sleep stories, ready to be whisked away on another sleepy voyage. Remember, your stars light the way for others. Every review, every rating helps us create a bigger, more beautiful universe of peace and rest. Today, our narrative is chambered within the luscious tapestry of an age-old fairy tale, that of the Sleeping Beauty. As we embark on this tale, we unveil the underlying meaning, the power of love, and, more specifically, it sheds light on the importance of consent, a concept rooted deeply in respect and valid communication. So, as we glide down the avenues of this legendary tale, our nighttime voyage finds us lulled by undulating waves of emotion and wisdom. Journey with me, safely nestled in our dream-infused carriage, weaving down the star-lit path toward the sweet realm of dreams and wisdom. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the wind carry us forward. Our journey begins now. It's a tale as old as sleep itself, one you remember with a fondness that can only stem from childhood. Tonight, we delve into the hypnotic world of a well-loved classic, The Sleeping Beauty. Just like the title suggests, it's a story that has sleep at its core. It weaves a tapestry of dreams and illusions, hushes reality into a slumber, and dances with the thin thread of time. But it is not merely a decorative slumber, dear voyagers. It's a sleep that carries a heavy meaning, the most potent magic. Yet, nestled within its timeless narrative, the Sleeping Beauty story actually whispers us a lesson much closer to our hearts: the transformative and healing power of love, not just the romantic love we might associate with fairy tales, my dear voyagers, but a love that's encompassing, embracing, and forgiving. It's about a love that waits, a love that acts, that blesses, heals, and can truly awaken us, both metaphorically and literally. As our tale will show us, the story unfolds around a beautiful princess, cursed to fall into a ceaseless slumber, and a courageous prince who braves countless challenges for a chance to break the spell. It questions fate, toes the line of destiny, and serenades the triumph of love amidst despair. Yet, at its essence, our tale is more than the sum of its parts, for it carries a resonating truth about the miracles love can perform, about our ability to overcome the seemingly insurmountable, and about the importance of consent, of a shared willingness in the truest of loves. Well, you might say, Arthur, aren't you giving away too much? But hold tight, dear voyagers, for there's more depth to our story than one would think. So, unplug the noise of the outside world, soften your thoughts, and allow your mind to open up to the melodic waves of our tale. The Sleeping Beauty will gently guide you to the realm of dreams, while cradling your heart in a warm embrace of love's profound wisdom. Remember, every voyage, every story has the power to inspire self-improvement, and as we sleep, we step away from reality, delve into the realm of dreams, where we can meet our better selves. And love, dear voyagers, love, in all its forms, is an important compass for finding that. Now, nestle down and let us begin. Let's take a moment to prepare ourselves. Remember, dear listeners, this is no ordinary story time. This is your time, a space for you to escape the busyness of your day. Picture yourself nestled within the cozy confines of a soft cloud, billowing into the infinite night sky. Feel the fluffy pillow beneath your head and the warm blanket hugging your body. If you've not done so already, take a moment to snuggle deeper into your bed, adjusting your position till you discover that sweet spot between the sheets. Now close your eyes gently. Let the weight of your eyelids act as anchors, pulling you away from the tumultuous waves of reality and guiding you gently towards the still lake of slumber. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly. Feel the tension seeping out of your body with every exhaled breath. One by one, bid your thoughts farewell, allowing them to float away like leaves on a tranquil stream. Feel yourself sinking deeper into your bed, as if you're slowly submerging into a warm, celestial bath, letting the soothing waters cradle your mind into calmness. That's it, dear traveler. You've set the stage beautifully for our voyage into tonight's tale. The realm of dreams is just a whisper away. Tonight we recount a beloved tale known far and wide. The Sleeping Beauty, a tale that echoes the power of love. So let's embark on this journey, lulling you into a peaceful slumber, weaving tales of enchantment and serenity to help you glide into the whimsical world of our story. We're first going to begin with a deep breath exercise. This breathing exercise is called 4-7-8, also known as the relaxing breath. The process is simple. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. Hold our breath for a count of 7, then exhale for the count of 8. This deep and rhythmic breathing will not just help you relax, but also serve as an invisible bridge between your bustling day and the peaceful tranquility of sleepy voyages. I encourage you to find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a moment to become aware of your body. Let there be a softness within you. Now, when you're ready, let's take a deep breath in together. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice the calm that comes in the wake of your exhale, the tension releasing, the fears evaporating, the day slowly receding into the past. Let's do it again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. You're doing perfectly, Voyager. Allow this calming rhythm guide your body and your mind deeper into relaxation. We'll do this One more time. Deep inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let it all go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Feel how your own breath has a soothing lullaby of its own. Let your body remain relaxed and heavy, your mind light as a feather, ready to drift into our sleep story. I'd like you to take a long, slow, deep breath through your nose. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, having the air coolly entering your lungs. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, and now gently, like a soft summer breeze, exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Feel the warmth leaving your body, taking away with it the burdens of the day, the stress, the tension. They're all drifting away like leaves on the surface of a quiet stream. They smoothly, again, take another deep breath in through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Let the fresh air ignite a sense of peace within you, and hold it. 1, 2, 3. Now exhale softly. Journey it out of your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Visualize the exhaled breath carrying away uneasiness, worry, fatigue. They're all dissolving into the universe, leaving only tranquility in its wake. Continue this cycle of deep inhaling and gentle exhaling. Slow, deep, soothing. Feel it. Lull your body and calm your mind. Every breath pushing you a bit further into the cusp of dreams and rest. And as you rest there, in that soothing rhythm of your breath, we'll slowly sink back into our tale of sleeping beauty and the enduring power of love, consent, and the impact it has on our lives. Believe it, dear Voyagers, you're at one with the world, at one with your peace, at one with your breath, and we are ready to voyage further into our dreams. Now, I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, and picture yourself in a lush, serene garden. This garden is unlike any other. It is the epitome of tranquility and peace. You're standing there alone, feeling the comforting warmth of the gentle sun. The sun acts like a tender blanket, wrapping itself around you, seeping into your skin, calming every muscle as it spreads its warmth. It's so pleasant. It feels like a loving embrace. The air is fresh, pure, even a tad cool against your skin. It's slightly humid, carrying a mix of sweet scents of the garden's flora. Lilies, roses, lavender, and jasmine. They mix together, creating an aromatic symphony that fills your nose, welcoming the new day and your new adventure. You start to walk, and your bare feet can feel the softness of the freshly cut grass underneath. It tickles, makes you smile. Every step you take makes the smallest sound, like a whispered secret only you can hear. Now, imagine the garden teeming with life. There are dainty butterflies, their iridescent wings glimmering in the sunlight. Squirrels scurry across the upper branches of the trees, playing hide and seek, as if fluttering leaves were their means of camouflage. In the distance, you can hear the gentle babble, a crystal clear creek. It gurgles delightfully, like a toddler's first words, further adding to the soothing concert of the nature around you. Nearby, a symphony of soft chirping birds sings their melodies in perfect harmony. The rhythm is like a lullaby, which not only lulls you, but also the whole enchanted garden into peaceful serenity. Above you, the sky is an expanse of brilliant blue, with wisps of the softest of white circling overhead, floating like dreams. The clouds seem to be in a perpetual, graceful dance. There are trees around you, tall and majestic. Their vast leaves form a canopy above, filtering rays of sunlight and dappling the grass in beautiful pattern of shade and light. It's a sight as if some gifted artist played with colors and weaved a magnificent painting. You think of the Sleeping Beauty herself, who once wandered in this beautiful wooded area, finding peace and love eventually within the tranquility. Through all these images, the feeling of love is infused. A love for nature, a love for solitude, and the power of love that has the ability to transform and heal. Next time, when your eyes are open, remember the importance of expressing love and consent in our daily lives, just like the story of Sleeping Beauty teaches us. Because, like this tranquil garden, love is all around us. We just need to feel it, to embrace it. For now, let this tranquil garden envelop you into its peaceful cradle, lull you into a temporary respite, a sleep that's serene and dreamy, just like it once did for our lovely princess, the Sleeping Beauty. Steady your breath and let's transition effortlessly into the timeless tale. In an era long ago, a tale was woven into existence, a tale full of enchantment, wisdom, and, above all, love. It is perhaps one of the most famous of all sleep stories. I want you to imagine painting the foliage with an ethereal glow, an age-old castle nestled within these woods, rising resolutely across the horizon. This, dear voyagers, is where our story begins. The Sleeping Beauty, the story that has lulled countless children, including most of us, into the calm embrace of sleep. We re-enter this familiar world not merely to experience once again the magic woven into the fabric of this enchanting story, but to uncover the deeper, perhaps less explored, messages hiding beneath the familiar narrative. In our ordinary lives, we think of sleep as mere rest, but in the tale of the Sleeping Beauty, it's an ageless slumber, a pause, not just in time, but in the very development of her being. In her awakening, we see not just a physical act of opening her eyes, but a spirit awakening, blossoming through the power of love. This version of our tale also unpacks an often overlooked yet profoundly important theme, the respect of consent. It paints a layered message, a tender reminder that our expressions of love should always respect personal boundaries, a lesson that paints the true nature of love, highlighting its inherent consideration, respect, and the beautiful power it possesses to awaken us, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. So, our sleepy voyagers, let's journey together to an enchanted castle nestled in a mystical forest. Let's rediscover the magic of our childhood bedtime stories, and let the power of love lull us into a night of peaceful, restorative sleep. And now, dear voyagers, as your eyes get heavier and your breath starts to slow, let us begin our journey into the magical world of the Sleeping Beauty. Her name was Aurora. She was unique, her spirit and joyful nature almost contagious, filling the land and its people with light. However, life took a bitter turn, as it often does. In the bloom of her life, a shadow fell over Aurora and the kingdom she cherished. Aurora's life force collided with the malevolent intentions of a dark enchantress who was deeply offended she wasn't invited to the princess's grand welcoming celebration when she was born. An omission that might seem simple to us, but a slight against this wicked enchantress held severe repercussions. She cast a dreadful curse on the newborn Aurora, one that involved the prick of a spinning wheel on her 16th birthday. The curse destined her to fall into an eternal slumber from which she couldn't wake up by herself. You see, the enchantress designed this curse in such a way that it bound Aurora to an odious decision which wasn't her own. The enchantress, powered by her ego and hurt, decided that Aurora couldn't wake up by herself. This echoed the belief of those times, undermining a woman's will and power to decide for herself, a belief that is being challenged today, that women too have autonomy over their lives, actions, and sleep. As such, it was said that only a kiss from a prince could awaken our sleeping beauty, disturbing isn't it? An important decision, her awakening, left entirely in someone else's hands. The enchantress's curse allowed a stranger to be the part of the most intimate aspect of Aurora's life. Her sleeping and waking moments. Not only did the princess fall asleep, but the enchantress's cruelty extended to the entire kingdom, cursing them all into a deep, endless slumber alongside their princess. The flourishing kingdom froze in time, waiting for the day their beloved princess Aurora would wake up, reinstating the kingdom to its former glory. There's a profound lesson in this tale, the essential need for love and consent. Perhaps if the fabled story was written today, Aurora would have been shown as someone more than an object, destined to wake up by another's choice. Stay with me deep into the depths of the night as we explore this tale, its meanings, its lessons, and how our dear Aurora might have seen her story unfold in a world where her voice mattered. As the story unfolds, we find ourselves intertwined within a kingdom turned silent, each soul languishing under an enchantment woven by a stained heart struck down in her prime, the kingdom's pride. A young princess named Aurora fell to a vengeful curse that plunged her into a dream-filled sleep from which she could not wake up by herself. The mesmerizing spinning wheel played its part, and the whirl fell away for Aurora. A journey started, one where she drifted peacefully amidst dreams into a world locked away from the realm of the sun. But this curse was unique. Aurora's awakening was attached to an archaic condition, an intimate connection fused with the act of a stranger's kiss, a prince's kiss. The entire kingdom plunged into the same slumber, waiting for the day when their beloved princess shall awaken, thereby breaking the spell. And so their hopes, dreams, and world got intertwined and subjected to the whims of an outsider, more specifically, an outsider's act of love. This aspect of the tale, while fascinating, brings us to a profound underlying theme: power of love. Yes, but also the inherent connection love has to consent, autonomy, and free will. If the Sleeping Beauty story were rewritten today, wouldn't we give Aurora the chance to consent, to decide whether she wanted that kiss in the first place? How different would the story be if the awakening was her choice, not merely dictated by a prince's kiss? So tonight, as the stars guard the night and the moon emanates its comforting glow, we will unravel the layers and delve deeper into understanding how the power of love should move hand in hand with respect and autonomy. Join me as we embark on this intellectual journey, subtly nudging you towards a peaceful sleep. Tonight's episode takes us to a tranquil realm of eternal slumber, dreamily nestled in time and space. We've arrived at a crucial point in our narrative. There, amidst the serene darkness, a twist of fate brought forward. A young prince named Stefan. This wasn't mere chance. It was the call of an irresistible force. The force of pure, unconditional love. Prince Stefan was not a stranger to the tales spun around the enchanted kingdom and its slumbering princess. They were whispered winds carrying remnants of a mournful lullaby. However, instead of instilling fear, these echoes awakened an overwhelming sentiment of love and an innate sense of responsibility towards the sleeping beauty within him. He was convinced he must save her, not for fame, glory, or even the queen's hand in marriage. No, Stefan was driven solely by the empathetic strings tugged within his heart. A beacon shining brightly, engulfing all sense of doubt, he resolved to risk even his own life if it meant he could lift the doom cast upon the princess and her kingdom. That's the power of love that we're emphasizing tonight, dear dream voyagers. You see, love doesn't just reside in grand gestures or stormy declarations. It is instead found in the quiet determination that propels us to help another, even in the face of dire uncertainties. This love that Stefan felt wasn't merely romantic. It was a deep-seated care, an unstoppable force that impelled him to cross formidable barriers to undertake the journey of awakening, guided only by his heart's compass. Love, as we encounter here, is transformative. It's like the sun warming the coldest, darkest corners, melting our inhibitions and revealing the true essence of our being. In this tale, it's love that fuels the prince's courage, love that leads him to the solution, and ultimately, it's love that stimulates the miraculous power to heal, to awaken even the deepest slumber. That's where we see the magic unfold. Love operates not as an emotion, but as an energy, a life force. It revitalizes, rejuvenates, revives, and in our tale, reawakens a kingdom from its dreadful curse. So, dear listeners, as we snuggle deeper under our blankets, let's concentrate on love's healing power, ponder upon its ability to awaken us from the deepest recesses of despair and lead us into peaceful slumbers of success and fulfilled dream. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the narrative of Prince Stefan's courageous journey into love's remarkable healing power. May his tale inspire our dreams tonight. Until then, close your eyes, relax, and let love's powerful energy cradle you to sleep on this sleepy voyage. as the prince departed from his kingdom, he entered the dense forest and weaved his way through trees as old as time itself. The air he breathed was alive with the murmurings of wistful streams and the whispers of an ageless wind. He found himself under the watchful eyes of an older, wiser creature. Their shadows danced around the prince's feet on the leaf-littered ground, hinting at their presence from above. From the oldest branches of the timeless forest, bathed in the silvery moonlight, looked down a wise old owl, a steward of wisdom in a world of wishes. One could say that this owl was more than just an ordinary bird. It possessed the knowledge of the ancient, of the world known and unknown. It was the keeper of secrets, the one who saw through the dark, bore deep into the forest's mysteries, and dwelled upon truths hidden from the mortal eye. Looking at the prince with knowing eyes, the owl fluttered down, circling above him before landing next to him on a fallen tree. It began to speak in a voice as old and creaky as the bark it roosted on, yet magnetic enough to draw the prince's attention away from the chilling whispers of the night. Fear not, young prince, for love is the light that will guide you. Its shimmer will lead you through the darkest of paths toward the end of your quest. Inspired by the owl's words, the prince felt a surge of courage. He decided to continue his journey, following the guidance of the nocturnal sage and his underlying belief in the power of love. Trudging through the dense undergrowth, soon he found himself by a river, but this was no ordinary river. It hummed softly, shimmering and gleaming, radiating an echo of the owl's wisdom. The whispered words of encouragement and hope. It was a river of light, spelling out the message the prince only vaguely comprehended. With every lapping wave against the riverbank, the water whispered, each phrase carrying an invaluable piece of advice. Love is key. Love is the answer. These echoes became the prince's compass, strengthening his belief in his quest. As our brave prince ventured further into this fantastical realm, he met numerous magical creatures, faced many challenges, and took on adventures like none other. His aim remained unwavering: to find the sleeping princess, to wake her with the power of his love, just as the wise owl and the river of light had foretold. Yes, dear listeners, there it was, a lone prince in the lost wilderness of an enchanted forest, undertaking a journey driven by faith, by hope, and above all, by love. And isn't that just what we all need sometimes? To believe in the power of love, to know that it could be the key to awakening magic, life, and truth. As we venture further along in our tale, we find our prince making his last encounter with our slumbering protagonist. Enchanted corridors, echoing with mystery, have led him to the top of a hidden tower, where, amidst silk drapes and vines, he finds her, the sleeping princess, frozen in time. The beauty of a bygone era, preserved impeccably, utterly unblemished by the passing centuries. But here's where this age-old tale has evolved within a contemporary context. Despite his enamored state, the prince knows better than to merely impose his will. A kiss, a symbol of love and awakening, also represents a decision, one that requires the princess's consent. An unconscious individual can't give that consent, and that must be respected above anything else. Put that way, it would seem that an age-old dilemma was introduced. These modern times invite us to explore alternative mechanisms. Perhaps there is magic in words expressed most sincerely, or perhaps in wishing upon a star. Given her lack of consciousness, he doesn't steal a kiss. Instead, with respect and a sense of helplessness, he kneels before her, his heart brimming with love. In his vulnerability, he whispers a heartfelt plea to the ethereal strands of magic that bind her to this slumber. His reverent words echo in the dusty room, soaring towards the arched windows and away into the star-studded sky, serving as his sincere request for her to awaken when it's her time to be his queen. The modern interpretation of this tale integrates the raw power of love with the imperative value of consent. It's a necessary transition from the older version, illustrating that love, in its truest form, is not entitled. It's not an obligation or something one takes. It's something we give with respect and honor. As you snuggle down under your covers, let's ponder about what we learn from Sleeping Beauty's deep slumber and Prince Charming's heroic act of love. Sleeping Beauty was not saved by a prince's power or valor, but by his genuine love. It reminds us about the critical importance of love in our relationships. Lull, true love, isn't just about grand gestures or defeating dragons. Sometimes it's about understanding, respecting, and cherishing your partner's silence and peacefulness. It's about the small gestures of patience, understanding, and respect. Love has the strength to overpower bewitchments, to break through barriers, and to awaken life where there has only been stillness. It encourages us to protect and respect each other's individual space, to appreciate each other's uniqueness, and to allow one another to grow at our own pace. Now, let's think back to the portrayal of Maleficent, perfectly depicted by Angelina Jolie. In the film, it is Maleficent who ends up saving the day. reminding us that sometimes even those we perceive as villains can display acts of love and redemption. It's a potent reminder that love is never as clear-cut as we often expect it to be. Love recognizes no boundaries, makes no judgments, and holds no grudges. It can emerge and persist in the most unexpected places, and sometimes even the darkest hearts could harbor the brightest love. In this voyage of dreams, let us remember the importance of love. Let it inspire us to infuse empathy, sympathy, and understanding into our relationships. Let us cultivate love so wondrous that it rivals the magic of the fairy tales, capable of awakening us from any slumber, lifting us from any sorrow. As we reach the end of our journey tonight, let us take a moment for a final meditation, a gentle thought to carry you slowly into the realm of dream. Remember, dear voyagers, this story isn't just about a princess sleeping to be awakened by a prince. It is much deeper. It carries a message, one of love's profound capacity to awaken us to our inner strength, to the beauty that lies within us, and to the potential we hold, even in times of slumber. And besides that, it reminds us how love is a commitment with the other person's freedom. It teaches us to prioritize consent. Take a deep, calming breath. Let your mind drift back to the story of the Sleeping Beauty, a tale beautifully enshrouded in magic, adventure, but most importantly, love. In this peaceful moment, allow yourself to feel that love within you. Kind love, a patient love, a resilient love. Breathe in and out. Now, imagine that love as a gentle pulse softly beating within you. The rhythm syncs with the slow beat of your heart, calming your mind and body as it sweeps over you. This love isn't meant to be hoarded, but to be shared. We are all capable of being great carriers of love in every sense, towards our friends, our family, our partners. How do we become better at it every day? By showing kindness, by empathizing, by understanding, by forgiving, even when it seems impossible to do so. Breathe in, hold, and slowly breathe out. Allow yourself this time to think, dear voyagers, to think what love means to you and how you can radiate it. This journey of love is slow and beautiful, and it softly echoes in the choices we make every day. As you continue to breathe deeply, let go of the day's burdens. Guide your thoughts back to the essence of love, the power of which woke our sleeping beauty from her long sleep. Allow the echo of that love to lull you into a tranquil and deep sleep. Good night, dear Voyager. For now, it is time to let go, to float between sleep and waking, just like our princess. Remember, each sleep is a little labyrinth of life, a journey of dreams, of love and awakening, until you choose to wake up to a new dawn, a new day, and an opportunity to spread that boundless love even further. Sleep well, and until next time, keep voyaging